Welcome, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, to the Summer Co-op 2024 Tournament Game 2 match between the punishing Platypi and No Time, No Practice, No Problem. My name is Thavian Hawk. With me in the booth today with Soft No handling co-coms, Dark Moon handling restreams, and Catnip Bumble... well, I'm just going to say Catnip on our solo tracker. Softnum, what do we got with these parties and blurstings?
So, today our runners are forced a fighter and a white mage. So tell me if you've heard this one before. Those fighters are going to come with a plus 28 points and plus 20 hit percent, which is, it's fine. Our white mage that we are forced has plus 15 agility and exit, which is excellent, actually. In addition, we could take a thief. The thieves have plus 5 luck and plus 4,000 gold, which is pretty good. We could take a red mage, which has plus cure 3 and 400 hit points, or 40 hit points, rather. 400 would be a little insane. And then we could take a black mage, where we get plus 20 MDef and a thieves' swords. So, cure 3 is kind of nice. I don't know. What do you think of these blessings?
Honestly, the fighter with that plus hit point or hit chance and plus hit point is an obvious melee carry. I don't see the need to go with the thief. We don't have lockpicking. The gold is nice, but you're not guaranteed to find a town early, given the fact we've got, entrance and floor shuffle with deep towns, and it's not often to find a nice early magic. The red mage, I like cure 4 or cure 3 and plus HP. White mage coming with that free exit, we got that for sure. I could see fighter rainbow. That would be my go.
Rainbow, I like that. Especially with the forced white. That looks good. Or we may see. I don't remember if you're allowed nuns here, but we may see fighter nun.
We do have nuns available. The only thing they do not have access to is the black belt. They also don't have ever any access to the Excal that has been taken off the table for this tournament. So they can find a Vorpal, they can find the Masa. In fact, the Masa is in its own guaranteed location on Kraken's floor with the mid-Topher flag that we're using for this tournament. So that's an interesting change pace. It's not on Tia's floor.
Yep. And we should mention that this is a co-op race, and so the team on the left is versus the team on the right. They are running software that will share items and orbs lit between the two. The runners both have to gain all 4 orbs, but they are shared, and then enter Topher and defeat Chaos. And the last person on your team to defeat Chaos is your time.
Indeedly do. And it's not so much getting through faster than the other teams for the first party member, because as you said, the second has to finish. That first party member that gets through can give all the information for those fights to the teammate to smooth their fights, because we have set RNG enabled, meaning what one team's encounters say, that's what's going to happen for that other team if they have the same party layout. So it looks like here we go, we got started, we see Thief, and I say Red Mage? Thief, Black, White, so on the Budgemano and Phoenix side, and then looks like a reroll from Fryteeth, Fighter, Thief, and yep, Fighter, Thief, Black, White for both.
We got a chain armor, we got a gold Cheerio. That's pretty good to start with. Nothing else really. Rapier's okay.
Yeah. We get, because we don't have guaranteed cities early, they get a stock of some armor and weapons to go with, and oh my word, that is Bridge of Destiny in Canaria Castle, and I believe Titan's West. Oh, there's a city. That's,
Yep.
Yeah, Crescent Lake. No shop item, but very cheap houses is very nice to see.
Yep, we found Crescent Lake, so we'll be able to pick up an item here. We'll see what it is, presumably here in a second, as long as Budgemano remembers to go look. Oh, and we're going to get a hint giver. Oh, we're not going to get a hint giver.
Bud's just baiting us on that.
Yeah, there's a cat claw for sale, plus 3, which would be interesting if anybody gained that first. But, looks like we have lost Phoenix's stream temporarily, so I think we're on getting that back. And there's Life 2, level 6. Life 2 is always good to know. And Temper, not really where you're looking to have those, but at least you know where they are.
Indeed, you'd love to have those at level temper, especially the something about chime there, and then the canal has been acquired.
The King
So
Cornerio has the chime.
Ooh, good intel.
Yeah.
And we have Sky 3 found by Kumo, gonna raid some boxes. With the boxes, we have some X-marked boxes. They have guaranteed encounters protecting the contents of those boxes, and they're guaranteed to be higher quality items. No incentive items can be in the boxes, but they can possess, like, a ribbon, for instance, or the Vorpal.
Yep. But not, for instance, the Power Lock, which is an incentive.
Yes, Power Bonk and I believe Ro16 are incentivized along with the Opal Bracelet, or is that not? Ooh, Katana +4. Okay,
Ooh.
that's huge coming out of Mirage 1. Promotion means big stick.
Looks like the old men had the canal, so both of our teams got that pretty readily.
Huge
It
chunk
looks like
of
they
cash.
Yeah, the Skyfloor is really paying off because we got those big XP boxes too, which are always really nice to see skipping those early levels. It's great.
So Mirage 1 at Dwarves, whereas Kumo is currently going through the Sky 3 floor trying to get
Gonna find that
past what's
katana.
there. Weapons
So-
like the katana are not shared, so any non-incentivized gear, the runners have to tell their teammates where it is. And ooh, we have found Marsh Bottom.
Yeah, and to be clear, no gear is shared, so even like the power box doesn't get transferred over. You only get key items and orbs.
Ah, key items only, not incentivized items. Got it. And hey, that is
Ooh,
huge. That
there's
is
Ruby.
the Ruby, or Cereal in Budgemono's case. That is actually because we have a randomized location throughout Marsh. Or that could, in fact, be one of the 3 loose. So for the moment, we can't be sure whether or not that was one of the Marsh items or loose. We've had races where the Marsh item was very randomly located in a linked chest between top and middle Marsh. So, but this is the Ruby. That is huge to see because we've already seen where Titan's West is. Fryeteeth could go right back to it and check what's beyond the Titan's trove.
Yep. Oh, a mage, or 2 mages and a fighter. Mages have some sleep. Fighters have rub. We are going to say that discretion is the better part of valor and get out.
Understandably so. They do not have save on death, so if they don't get out and keep the gear they get, they have to re-dive. They do keep those incentive items that they've picked up because they are synchronized by the script across their teammate and them, and it's saved.
So, the Titan just really hiding a bunch of gold, which Fryeteeth did reset out of. And then Earth is the other side of Titan's Cave.
Well, that's 2 more locations accessible, Titan's West or East entrance and Melmond.
And Melon. So, let's see where we go first. We're just gonna go see where Titan's East leads us.
Ooh, Marsh goes to Provoka, level 2 magic found, and the Bicky fight, and Sarda is actually located at Titan's East. That's 2 item pickups, the ship, oh my word.
The boat.
That
That's
is the
really
rest of the
good.
sea available.
Well, and they have the canal, so it's actually quite a bit accessible. I think there's only a few locations that are completely locked off now.
Yep, and white magic, we had Fog, Harm 2, Fear, Cure 4, and then black magic just now we saw Quad X, Rub, Hold, and Lock 2. Pretty good magic, all things considered, especially that Quad X, because power word scaling is set to 600. Very, very potent against most encounters, and very valuable given the scaling of these bosses. We've seen final bosses having 3,000 to 4,000 hit points this tournament.
That is interesting. Boat ended up at Carnarium.
I believe in-game logic with the randomizer, if the location of the boat is placed is outside the inner sea, it's placed at Canaria. Well, there's the chime that was hinted for. Evidently, that was in Elfland. Very good to know that info because the castle also has the key locked incentivized, and when they find the princess, we'll have her item.
Yep.
Budgemano finishing off the Bicky fight and picking up the TNT for the trouble.
Ooh, nice. Just need to find the dwarves to turn that in. Fryteeth finding Lich.
That is
Decided
two...
not to fight Lich.
Or is just saving out. I think he's, yeah, saving out.
Oh. No. We're gonna go see what Marsh gave us, probably.
Yeah, I kind of understand that. And that was the link between it was the Marsh 2. Oh, whoa, Budgemano finding a trap chest with the triple eye tile. If he can get these kills,
Ooh.
that is a huge chunk of experience. Oh, they have crack. This is a Danny C, just have to mention that. Thank you, Danny. We love you.
Well, we're not gonna grind on those today. And that was whatever Marsh is. I missed what Marsh was, though. Northwest Castle here is one of the cardios, it looks like.
Yeah, Marsh was Provoca, and he was just exiting out from there. Fryteeth on his way to check what is where, because if you didn't notice, the magic locations, item shops have been really shuffled for the fun of it in Provoca. And Kumo finding Onrak, that's another location with a store, still no shop item found, but also the location for that bottle turn, or the Oxyel turn in to find a deeper dungeon location.
Yep, very often something fun will be hiding behind them. So.
Fryteeth getting some good use out of Harm 2 with the
that is
white
that
mage.
is bad RNG on the white magic shot there.
Well, you better see bad spells than good spells at level 7.
Yeah, that's always true.
And Invis 2 and Wall, that kind of spells, not necessary, just really nice.
A-Rub. A-Rub can be a little something.
Kumo heading up towards the bridge, the Lefane. You notice that we did not have a bridge crossing the gap for Canaria to Matoya's because you can only have one bridge, and it is here. Well, that and the bridge that appears when you pop the canal, but that's just a thing we added.
The bridge isn't a bridge. The canal bridge isn't a bridge, it's just a canal.
And there we go, Budgemano checking our next stop location, finds C left side into Dwarves. That is the TNT turn-in location identified by Budge.
Ooh. Fighter must be swinging something good.
Really indeed, that plus 20 hit doing a whole lot of work with whatever blade it is swinging. Quad X also doing a good job. 3 hits for 179, that is solid.
That white mage surviving with 12 hit points.
Already having Cure 4, very useful there.
Come on, fighter, don't miss.
Now the hilarious thing would be if they
where's
find the floater but don't have the canoe and find the canoe very late. And the Hooray Dwarf has been released. Thank you, Budgemano. I approve. That is the slab, and that is Volcano Armory located at Crescent Lake. That is a lot of chests to be found.
That's a lot of mad ponies.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight those, honestly. Meanwhile,
I would
Budgemano...
probably try and run away. Ooh, they're very thin. Never mind.
I mean, that's solid. Looks like Volcano 3 turns into, or Volcano 4 turns into Gaia at the top cave of Bahamut. And ooh, big pony fight leads into a Sunsword +2. If you need a big stick without a promotion, that is probably one of the best you can get.
Sword's really solid. Fighter will be doing a lot of work now. Gonna go through the hairpin. And it's the canoe.
That is a loose item found. That is a big, big find, because with the canoe and the boat, that's the entire map minus the Gaia check and the Cardia Isles. So basically,
yeah, and like
and
2
Sarda.
Cardias, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, and in this case, Sarda, possibly, probably.
Yeah. And the cube was in the item shop at Gaia. That is another sale item. Or that is our sale item acquired, or located at least. I didn't check how much it was worth, but Budgemono might just give us that look here.
Yeah.
Or is just going to the inn.
Mummies here, let's see what they hold. The thief really just be in armor here until they manage to promote, and the thief can use that katana.
Wow, triple blue dragons is not something Phoenix wants to fight right now. Runs away from that. Meanwhile, Freyteeth is located at the Ordeals check, finding some fire armor. On-rack check. Finding that fire armor and happy to get out of there, save it, can equip that to the fighter. Budgemono, having picked up the canoe from that armory floor, is our first runner to check an Ordeals check, and see what Ordeals is.
Ooh.
Ordeals leads to the Agama floor. Meanwhile, Freyteeth moving on, finding Sky 1. There is an incentive item loose between all the chests in Sky and Mirage. So we have seen all of Sky 3. We have not seen Sky 2 or 1 complete, and we have not seen Mirage greater than less than.
Uh-oh, so bad
Now, there's a Sky equip.
Oh, it's another katana +4.
Honestly,
Out of
that's
Volcano
something.
Treasury.
That is something you don't need to take, but if you take it, that's a good chunk of gold.
Yeah. You only really need one of those.
I mean, you already know where Sky 3 is if you want to lawn dart it. Somehow it'll teleport into the desert. Alongside all the Vorpals. And ooh, there you go, Phoenix finding the Ice Cave loop. There is no incentive in Ice Cave, but again, we have 3 random incentive items out there. 3 loose items.
Yep. An ice loop being a pretty good source of chests all in all, if you can survive.
Indeedly do. Although, depending on the encounters and what's in these flags, it's can be really dangerous earlier on. But right now, they have some experience on their parties, so it's not too crazy. Also noting, big game ribbon, non-incentive ribbon at that. So that's one of the 2 loose ribbons.
Yep. Very nice to find a ribbon there. Phoenix probably notating it for teammate. Oh, we found Lefane. One of the great things about finding Lefane. Lefane is the shop is on, and you can go buy all your magic now.
Indeedly do. Level 1 through 6 magic is all there, and most of 7 and 8. Did I just see Freyteeth pick a ribbon out of Sharknado floor?
Yeah, I think that's our other. It wasn't an incentive either. It didn't pause, so.
I'm shocked he hasn't stopped a menu and put it on, but moving on from Sharknado is to Earth 2. Another
Ooh.
huge find out of ice, an Invis 2 helm.
Yep, out of the 6-pack room. This is vertically flipped.
Horizontal flips. Looks like
Horizontal.
every single floor in the ice loop has been horizontal flip. Thankfully, we don't have vertical flips, so no tri-state shenanigans. But this dive into ice has been proving very, very lucrative. Oof, running away.
Oof,
Our
nope,
Ankylo's no good.
not worth.
Adamant located on that Earth 2 floor. That is another huge find, especially since they know where dwarves are.
Yeah, so that's another item.
That is one of the loose items. Earth is not incentivized, neither is Volcano. The only incentivized Fiend dungeons are Random Sky and Mirage and Random Sea. That Adamant could well be the Random Sea item.
And Aegis Shield out of the money chest in ice.
That is really nice to see, because once they promote that face-down thief will actually have something good to swing, and the knight will have exceptional armor, fire armor, and Aegis shield so far equipable.
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna go see what's at Volcano.
Brighteeth making his way into greater than less than. That is another location with 10 chests, and if we have not found the incentive item that was in Random Sky / Mirage, it will be in here. Actually, no. Random items cannot be in incentivized dungeons, so there cannot be both a random and a primary incentivized location. So that would be just too confusing. Dark Twinger noting level 1 Fade and level 1 Life. That's, yeah, excellent magic to be found. Makes that White Mage that much more brutally effective. It hurts Lord Fizzlebeef's soul to hear a brutally effective White Mage, but, I mean, the runners are happy.
Yeah, the white Mage may not be the worst character in this.
Phoenix working his way through the last of the Earth floors, other than Earth 1 to be found, and that... Actually, no, we have not found Earth 3. This is, Earth Armory floor.
As I say, this is
Lich's closet and
floor.
finding a key!
That is an excellent find. It opens up a lot of checks, and it is necessary to win the game, right? It's still mid...
Yes, that is necessary. You need the 4 orbs, you need the key, and the loot. And with that key, knowing where Canaria Castle is, that is the 6 chests in Canaria Castle, including an incentive item. It also unlocks the locked locations for any other chests. So, Northwest Castle, for instance, or Elf Armory, as Phoenix is about to raid. Doesn't have
Phoenix finding one of our locations.
Does not have the herb, but can check here as Mono pulls the rod for his teammate. Rod lock and key lock not located. Either the CC or Archwitz, those are never fun finding late. This is just annoying.
Yeah, the further down, they're more annoying there. It's not very much fun.
Kumo currently in Dwarves, picking up the X item in that top 2 chests.
Ooh, and it's a Vorpal.
That is another big stick, and that's actually really huge to find because that Vorpal with that plus 20% hit on that fighter post-promotion could well be the best sword they get. We've seen the Vorpal do a lot of work with this flag set.
It's certainly the best sword post-promotion for that fighter right now.
Yeah, if the Masa turns out to be just very, very good, then it is the best sword. Although, one thing to note is the bonuses that have been applied to the elemental effects on the swords, like that Sun Sword against Magecraft, it's been amplified with this flag set, so you get a lot more power out of a sword that's better against a fiend fights, like a Dragon Sword against Tia, than you would with a vanilla base sword.
There's Temple of Fiends at Ice.
Yep, and Mirage Tower is Ordeals. So, the big things to find, especially again for Phoenix and Budgemano, because with the key in hand, the princess gets put back to Canary Castle. You've got the chests, or the 6 chests in this place to check, including those 3 lock chests, and then you can go back and get 2 incentive items on that revisit of Canary Castle.
That Pro Cape's kind of nice to find. That's just some gold, which was not really worth it, but now we can go back to Canary, like you were saying, go back to Canary Castle, make a one-stop to get all of our stuff.
Phoenix skipping the left 3 chests in Ordeals, that could come back to haunt him, but he has to go back there anyways, so it's not the worst thing to skip. I mean, that is the last place you have to go, and if you're last placing an item, well, there's your 3 boxes to check. Unless it's the tail, which would be sad, because they really want to promote based off the gear that they've got.
Yeah, they're gonna probably end up having to promote, I would guess. Unless their gear situation changes drastically.
Right teeth through the Ordeals maze. I did not check what pillar it was, but he did a lot of bouncing, not having access to warp, so...
And there's the bottle.
That's nice to see, because we know where Gaia is.
I think he's preparing to reset out. At least making sure it's saved.
Probably waiting to not move, because he doesn't want it to... He wants to synchronize before an encounter, because we've seen this encounter table have some pretty brutal things, like, the Thunder that I just saw take out most of, well, take out the Black Mage on Budgemano's side. Thankfully, Fade doing a good job against the Undead pack that's guarding that Opal +2 shield. And oh, Arbones with Stone Touch, it looks like, so Fright Teeth not moving was probably the good idea. Harm 2, not nearly as effective as Fade against the Undead, but it's still something to use.
Those Arbones are not very nice. And all that for a protein. Oh, Lock 2 stick. It's nice to find.
Indeedly do. Evasive Fiends is something we've seen a lot of. Meanwhile, Kumo in Gaia gonna pop that bottle and see what the fairy's got. Do we have Vanilla Oxyale or do we have Fetch Quest? We have Vanilla Oxyale and ooh, Frighty T-Rex found. Blue Stake. Yummy, yummy. Very yummy.
Down to
Under
1
600.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
If he knows what that encounter location or table location is, that could be something to come back to later. Because one thing to note, the scaling for this flag set isn't based off of the incentive items collected. It's based off of the orbs that they have lit fighting fiends. A 100% bonus per orb. So they will gain a lot of experience if they come back and deal with Lich and Tia and then start grinding. Meanwhile, speaking of, Phoenix on his way down to fight Lich.
Yep.
Honestly, with the levels he's got and the gear he's got, this is not a bad thing. Has not been to Lefane, does not have a lot of the magic that Fright Teeth and Kumo have, I believe. Ooh, slow,
Which
not
is
helping
slow, which isn't great.
But that's Sunsword doing a lot of damage even with a few less hits.
Yeah, not too bad. Ooh, and a fire, pretty strong fire too. Ooh, less impressive, 42 damage there. Guess we're gonna try Quad X. Ooh, not quite there. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this Lich, but I guess just the slow. They're gonna have to find the Fane and get out their spells. Fade would probably make easy work with this.
Honestly, this speed bump, scaled as he is, might be a little too much for the suspension for Phoenix Party to handle. but he's getting chunks down, and boom, a new found by Fryteeth. That is huge. That unlocks the rest of the map for his team. Giving that to Kumo, immediately knows where to go. And Phoenix getting the job done. That is the orb lit.
Yep. Catching a quick save right there. And then we're gonna go... Ooh, doing this all in one stop. I like this routing a lot. Oh, and we get the crown? I don't think we've seen Northwest Castle yet.
No, we have not. We've seen Elf and we've seen Canaria, but what will come out of the locked chests?
Maybe it'll be a third ribbon.
It would be delicious to see, because at the moment, the Oro only need the 3, because it looks like their primary focus is the casters and the fighter. Oh, ooh. Better yet, it is the floater. That is skyward bound team, and hugely good location for Phoenix. It's just a quick boat ride to the right. Now, unfortunately, Budgemano will have to go to the desert and pick up his airship, but he has the floater. He can do that immediately after he's done with whatever he's doing.
He went past Mirage 1 and has found this floor on ice. Ice 2, I think.
Yes. And Phoenix going to check the Sarda and Titan's West entrances.
There's a Cardia, some chests.
Yep, that's the third of the 3 chest locations for Cardia already found, so nothing
Just
worth saving. Resets out.
And Titans is Earth 1.
That's only 6 or so chests, and I believe they've already found the Earth incentive item, but there's something beyond this, so he's gonna dive deep.
Yep, we'll at least see what's here. Leads to... Oh, Carnarian.
Could be the shop item. Magic has already been taken care of, and there might be something special in the armory for sale.
Shop item was in Gaia, I think.
Oh yeah, it was the cube. But Pro Rings, +5. I'm going to take those at 6,400.
Yeah. Yes! And it'll be level 1 magic for Phoenix. Because they haven't found the Fane yet, so that'll be really nice for them.
Yep, Fade and Life, that's very nice to see, and Bane can be cheeky effective.
Yeah, and
But Mono found Bahamut's. That's huge to see, but we still haven't gotten the ribbon, or the tail.
The tail yet. Yep.
So Bahamut's was at the bottom of Onrak.
Ouch. Adamant is on the 4th floor of wherever it was.
Well, information coming later than needed because it has been acquired by Phoenix and Budge. Meanwhile, Ice Cave turns into the Rod Lock. That is an item acquired that is a passage to be unlocked by Budge.
Yep.
Kumo in Ice Cave, along with his teammate, gonna happily pick up the ribbon that's down there.
Yeah, and the Aegis Shield and other things.
Oh wait, no, the ribbon was the second ribbon in Ice Cave?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
Ooh, Phoenix finding Matoyas. Still no crystal, but that is one of the Cardia Isles popped, and it's a turn-in.
Yeah. This is one of the floors. Let's see.
That was the TFC floor.
Oh, yeah.
Sea Shrine is important to find because C is random, just like the Sky Mirage. So TFC not paying out, but these chests could have the incentive item in it.
Yep.
TFC North not paying out. Meanwhile, some blue splotch on the floor in front of Budgemano's team.
Yeah, I looked and there was a little bit of blue. Oh, those bad men are like way worse than that vampire. But we found Nuke.
Phoenix, with his armor inventory full, checks that X chest, finds a pro ring +5, and says, nope, not worth taking the fight, and on into Sky 2. Not gonna bother raiding it because they've already got the item out of Sky, and that then leads into Waterfall, another incentive location with Proc Gen.
It's so pretty. Ooh, block shirt.
That Badman encounter paying out. That's usable armor post-promotion, though, so that's actually fairly good to see.
Yep. Oh, there's their cave. Oh, and an herb. That's good.
The prince's location is known, so they'll be able to make a quick beat back there with the airship. And Budgemano, meanwhile, cracking out the rod and finding sea mermaids. That is huge.
Saber bonk. That's the incentive item.
Yep, and it's +5, so it's just that much better as an armor item, too. If you don't have a pro ring to equip, then might as well have the absorb as well as the functionality.
Yep, for sure. Oh, and we found Carrie.
Second fiend found.
I got Fade.
Totally doable, but we know Carrie is Carrie. Carrie has many arms and has swords in said arms and hits pretty hard when... Oh, wow. Budgemano getting a dragon armor +6 out of that X chest that was next to the saber. Promoted, that knight is gonna be stalked.
1, 2, Fade. Ooh, that is a big hit, slot 2. 140, 100, so 240 down. That's not a great rate. I would be surprised if Quad X worked at this point.
Well, Cure 4 is not going to work because that's a dead fighter.
Yep, 2 hits into slot 2. That is not great.
Gonna use the Life in Battle. Life in Battle is enabled, Life 2 is not.
And then a big hit with slot 1. Carrie, as you said, is not playing nice with us today.
Cure 4 gets out before the hit, and the fighter survives. That is huge. Does the Quad X land after that extra 100? No.
No, still over 600 left to go.
Carrie not liking
to turn
slot
order
2.
Not really liking the Bane.
Thankfully, Cure 4 is useful, but unfortunately, Carrie gets the turn order there, and Quad X still not effective. Yeah, going with Bane instead of trying Quad X again because he doesn't have the damage output of the fighter to help do more effect. Fade instead of Life, and there goes the Black Mage. I don't think this is gonna win for Phoenix.
Because there's at least 500 left here. I would wait on that one.
Well, he is gonna wait. Meanwhile, his teammate getting that herb turned in to get the loot. That is item go mode once they find the final fiend. Once they find Kraken. Phoenix, meanwhile, having left, finds our first split. That is Marsh Split.
Reverse Marsh.
Honestly, Budgemano is probably much better set up to go after that carry, having all the spells having stocked at Lefane, so I would not be shocked if Budgemano just routes right to Cardia Isles and takes that fight now as Phoenix continues exploration. Actually, go into Gaia, see what's there.
Yep. And we found Melmond.
And that's translation. That's translation, and oh, fun. Phoenix finds that Marsh Top Split goes into Sea Split.
That's always the best, right? Runners really like it when the split leads to one of the splits. That's not confusing ever.
Yeah, makes note-taking all that much more challenging, but Phoenix checking that box doesn't really need to because they've already got the Saber Bonk. I did notice that Phoenix did not do the rest of mermaids. Sadly, there will be no carbonation. And, yep, see right side is a treasureless Cardi Isle, so that's a dead end immediately.
That's if you're a runner, that's good, because it means that there's not like 3 sprawling vortexes down here.
Kumo cracking the Oxyale up so he can use it to breathe underwater, goes through the on-rack entrance, and finds Elfland. So those are some sub-sea elves.
Kumo taking this opportunity to get magic. Obviously, I'm stuck by the Fane yet.
As Phoenix going in sea left side finds the Northwest Castle with Sarda, or with a Astos bogarting himself a Roo Stick +3. Gonna want to take that from the old man.
Bye, Astos.
Some revenge insta-death on the normally insta-death equipped Astos. Gets the Roo Stick +3, which was going to be incredibly useful, especially if Phoenix tries to refight the carry that was punching very, very hard. Or in general, just going to be incredibly useful. No doubt you're going to see Budge Mono go right back there once he's got the time to raid it into or inventory.
Yeah.
That is a kind of weapon that his teammate is going to have to tell him is where it is.
Yep.
Right Teeth going to Gaia, going to find Melman, gonna translate. Checking level 6 magic, or level 5 magic here, finds heal 3.
Not the worst. And then we find one of the volcano floors right after on the bottom of our split.
Hit Volk 1. The one that's really annoying, Stripey.
Yeah. I just think of him as the stripy one and the solid one, and then the Agamo one.
And the Sky Maze, and where are we gonna get a Phoenix going up into the left or left into the up? It looks like he's going left into the up, and the Germanuses have dark. That's awesome.
But do they go left up, left up? Oh, good. No, that would be terrible.
Left into the up is acceptable. Up and to the left is also acceptable, although suboptimal. That said, you can buffer the transition, and oh wow, that is huge. That leads to Kraken's floor. That is all 4 fiends found for Phoenix and Budge Mono.
Phoenix exiting out, taking a save.
I must have missed the crystal being picked up on Kumo and Freiteeth's side. They pick up the ribbon incentive from Matoya. That is huge. That's all 3 ribbons acquired, or located in the least. Freiteeth's gonna have to pick that up. And the tail coming off the slab. That's another big find. Although, did Freiteeth and Kumo find the Bahamut's? I know that Phoenix and Budge Mono have it.
I haven't seen them in the split yet, so I'm gonna guess no. Because they just found the Fane, I think.
Hopefully Phoenix and Budge Mono route their way to the slab check sooner than later, because the sooner they promote, the better they are with all that gear to take on those 3 remaining fiends. And Fast is at level 8 black. That's a never fun place to find it.
No, Phoenix and Budge Mono getting their Oxy out of the Fane.
Yep, that's going to get them into Elfland, so a little bit of a dead end at this point, but what would be nice is if they found like a fast cast item. So far, no such thing. Couple lock cast items, very nice to see, but nowhere near as valuable. Making it easier to hit something versus just being able to cut them twice as much. I think fast tends to be more valuable. And Budge Mono, with all the gear and with all the spells and much higher levels, is going on to take that fight against Carry. gets Fade off, almost 100, but not quite. 200 damage to that fighter, but the fighter successfully stocking it with 500 plus hit points and better armor. Fade available and nukes. The magic casts are going to do a lot. Not getting a survive through that second hit though. Carry's still hitting like a Mack truck. Nuke cooking the Snake
Carry.
Lady. 218. Life coming out and Quad X being tried. Not nearly enough damage done. We saw just how thick Carry was before. Swing for 3 damage. That Thief taking the hit for that. Gonna see the Cure 4 coming out. We know Carry's gonna swing. Yep, getting the turn order, but not for the Black Mage before the White Mage. It's having to use those Fade charge locations for that life cast and having to back that up with a Cure. Oh, there goes the White Mage, and there goes the White. Budge Mono gonna have to shuffle his party around. Meanwhile, Kumo, evidently they did know or just found where Bahamut is. That is our first runner promoted.
I wonder
all that incredible gear getting stacked on the party members.
I wonder if we soft reset for different RNG.
No. The battle RNG for set RNG is not affected by the location in the encounter table.
Oh, okay.
Generally speaking, the party member location is the thing that can be changed.
Oh, I see.
Dark Twinger pointing out that the adamant turn-in brought the crystal. That would totally make sense. Shoutouts for our solo tracker, Catnip, handling both sides with 4 streams. Never the easiest thing to do. As Budge Mono trying to fight Carry again, his teammate picking up that tail, so I honestly would say if Budge Mono wipes, he might just run to Bahamut to promote, come back with that better gear and weapons and armor equipped.
Plus, I'm pretty sure you can put life on that fighter.
Yes, life and slot 2 at level 1.
But we got the Quad X anyway. So, we must have had just under 600 there.
That is huge. That is 2 orbs lit. That is 200% improvement in power. And yep, Budge Mono going right over to the Onrad continent, going to promote. Phoenix, meanwhile, probably going right there as well. The moment you promote, the moment you unlock all the gear. Kumo pulling an Invis sword out greater than less than. That is huge to see as well, because Invis 2 is set at level 7 white, I believe. I didn't see if there's an Invis 2 sword, though. You know, Freyteeth finding the cube lock, going through that. I think we've already seen runners go through here. This goes to Kraken, if I remember correctly. Or, no, that is the Rod lock.
No, it's Rod lock. Kraken is, it's Corneria Castle.
No, Tia's Corneria Castle, Kraken...
Not Tia's Corneria Castle. Kraken was...
Kraken somewhere, and they'll find it, because Phoenix and Budge Mono most likely have much better notes than we have memories.
Yep, I would guess so. I would hope so.
We have seen all incentive items at this point. Phoenix and Budge Mono have not turned in for the crystal to get the ribbon, but that is not strictly necessary at this point. They are in full go mode. It's just down to promoting, levels, and go. We've seen a lot of races where a team is in go mode and they do not immediately dive. They either take a quick grind or they just go through and clear up all the gear that their teammates said was where.
Yep. Lots and lots of Topher grinds.
Lich fight coming in for Kumo. Gonna go ahead and stack on some fades, stack on some nukes, not gonna bother dealing with anything. Fade coming out from the Fairy White Mage. Brack attack trying for the fun there. The slow coming out does not affect any of the melee. 4 hits for 131, 4 hits for 480, doing about balanced fight between the thief and the knight and the ninja. I believe he's promoted. Nuke comes up 304. That is a big roll. 61 on 4 hits. Nothing special from the thief. Fade coming out from the Fairy White Mage, getting it done with 97. That is an orb lit for Kumo and Fryteeth. Meanwhile, in Sea Mermaid's floor, taking the fight next to that the Saber Bonk, I believe that was for Dragon Armor, is Fryteeth.
Yep, and Bud Mono getting promoted, doing the happy little dance. It didn't look like he had gotten the katanas, or I didn't see it, so I thought the team knew where they were, so maybe he's going off to pick that up now.
Quite. There's the Saber Bonk pickup and the Dragon Armor, which was immediately equipped to the Knight on Fryteeth, freeing up that Fire Armor to put on the Ninja. Meanwhile, his teammate into the Bridge of Destiny, going to face the Dragon Queen herself. There it is, the katana from the Sky Floor, or Mirage 1, that Budge Mono now is equipped to his ninja.
Yep.
Fryteeth doing what was not done by our previous runner here, and actually going through mermaids. Will we see a carbonation of a Bubbles?
Nope.
No, Fryteeth choosing for speed rather than pleasure. The lack of carbonation is its preference in your sodas. Whether you want a flat soda, yeah. Brackstick gets the kill. Kumo going for the memes and getting it done. Tia killed. That is the second orb lit for Fryteeth and Kumo. Meanwhile, the same fight being pulled by Budge Mono. Thief swings for under 100. Fade coming out for 101. Brack coming out. Does it get the kill? It does. Ooh, yep. Both runners getting the Brack kill for their sides. 3 orbs lit for the side of Phoenix and Budge Mono. Meanwhile, Fryteeth and Kumo getting their second orb lit in there. This is a race that Phoenix and Budge Mono are in great position for because they know where Kraken is.
Well, and they also have the loot in hand. Now, Fryteeth and Kumo have found enough items that they know what they need to do. They need to find the herb. But you know, that's gonna hold back Team No Time, No Practice, No Problem.
Budge Mono, it looks like, going into ice. The only reason to be there, I believe, is to pick up that ribbon or one other item that might be in there.
There's the Aegis shield at the end of ice that he may be going for here too.
That would be big. The Aegis shield plus the Dragon Armor is close enough to a ribbon in of itself, minus the, well, some of the elemental protections. They've also got those pro rings that were for sale really cheap, so that's a good kit. Ice armor plus 2 is actually better than the fire armor that they've already got, so I could see him taking that fight, or opting not.
This is the Aegis shield here, so... What? Why did he fall on?
Budge is looking for the ribbon, it looks like. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Fryteeth, post-promotion, going back to Lefane, gonna pick up all the rest of the magic for his party. That ninja can use up to level 4 black magic. Oh, really going for that fast. I honestly understand. You're gonna get levels for it. You're gonna use it. I believe at this point you should have like 4 or 5 levels of black magic already. If you only use it once per fight on one of your characters, you can get through most of the fiend fights by doing it sparingly. There's Dragon Armor picked up by Kumo. Having to go there to get the Saber Bonk and the Dragon Armor himself, as again, that is not a incentivized, or it's an incentivized item, but it is not a key item. It does not synchronize.
Yep. Get life on the fighter. Get life on the knight. Get life on the knight. You know you wanna.
Invis Helm picked up by Budgemono in that ice redive, as Fryteeth goes in and picks up the incentive ribbon from the turn-in with Matoya. That's 3 ribbons acquired. That's superb equipment across the board. That's a Vorpal equipped Knight and a Katana +4 equipped, or Vorpal +3 I believe, Katana +4 party. Kumo finishing the mermaid's run through, getting all the boxes, carbonating one mermaid. Does he carbonate the right one? He does. Bubbles carbonated. 50-50 for no time, no practice, no problems. We appreciate it. Every bit of carbonation. It's welcome. Also, it incentivizes Bubbles to be very faithful to and vengeful. For those who don't know, one of the beta flags that's being worked on is more alternate fiends, including Bubbles, and she uses Fade. She is a
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, she is a righteous and vengeful mermaid. Budgemono diving into Lefane, doing what Fryteeth had just done, getting all the magic on the party, immediately dives into level 1 magic, picking up Fade, picking up Fade and Life, or just Fade? I'm confused. Is slot 2 level 1 not learnable by the Knight?
I don't know. We could just be wrong. I thought for sure it was Knight learnable.
Oh well, somewhere someone has a color-coordinated map of what is and is not, but I do not have that, and I have not memorized it. I just go by when the arms are thrown up in the air.
Yeah. Doesn't take that long to check, especially with the Superstore on.
Phoenix again, the 4th runner into Mermaids, picking up the Saberblanc and the Dragon Armor as Kumo interacts with the Ruse Stick pickup. Very much wants to get that from the Dark Elf King. And Fryteeth finding Carrie's floor, resetting out, saved, and wants to take the fight. Gonna hopefully have a much better time dealing with it, given the substantially better armor on that knight than we saw from either the fighters that Budgemono and Phoenix were running at the time of their fight.
Not to mention, quite a few more levels. That knight having over 500 hit points is going to be able to tank those hits that come in.
Carrie was hitting for 300 plus damage per hit, so every bit counts.
Yep. 9 hits, 9 damage.
There's some substantial difference.
No, not yet.
Dragon Armor, Aegis Shield, Ribbon, Pro Ring.
Yeah. Crit at 86. Ooh, 2-2.
That is not a Vorpal being swung by that knight. I am disappointed.
I don't know if they found a Vorpal. I didn't see
One
it.
of the team.
I didn't see it in Fryteeth's inventory when they were doing their shuffle, so.
Well, that was a substantially less painful encounter for Fryteeth. That is the 3rd orb lit. Kumo searching for it, about to find the fight with Kraken. His Budgemono already running straight down to Marsh Bottom and on. And there's the Volcano 2 floor that then leads to Kraken's fight for Kumo. Heal 3 to bring the party up to full, and Budgemono takes the fight. Swing, Fade, and Brack wants to see if they can get the cheeky kill on the Fiend again. First Brack cast on turn 1 does not land. There's that Vorpal from the Knight doing 106. Ooh, Kraken doing dirty things to the Ninja. Meanwhile, taking almost 300 damage from that cast. Life coming out. going for... Does he go for another break? Nope, goes for fast on the knight. Ooh, lock might be needed. That is a very evasive Kraken. Fast lands, hold lands on the life-casted ninja. 25 health and stunned, not going to do anything. Temper coming out for the Black Mage. Fire 2 coming out from Kraken, taking the ninja offline. But that is a fasted, tempered, tempered Vorpal-wielding knight. So doing good damage. Brack coming out again from the Black Mage. Brack lands.
Pieces.
That is 2 insta-killed fiends, both Tia and Kraken, and that is all 4 orbs lit, with Phoenix already in Toph, waiting for his teammate to get that orb lit, waiting to be our first runner to dive, just putting his right in the starting chocks, waiting for the gun to fire. We'll see it on his screen pop up in red text. There it is, and he is in at 57 minutes.
Yep. And meanwhile, team No Time, No Practice, No Problem has found the herb and consequently the loot. And so now they're just on their Kraken hunt, and then they will be right behind them. So
Yep, on the Kraken hunt, on the Kraken floor for Kumo. For those who do not know...
So we found it.
For those who did not hear earlier, we are on Mid-Topher, which is a flag set that eliminates all of the gap floors, so there's no extra floors between each fiend, and there's also some cuts like that one we've just seen where Phoenix is able to run right between or underneath those 2 rooms. You'd otherwise have to circumnavigate with the normal Toph. So we only have the fiend floors, and the Masa is available on Kraken's floor in the middle room. This Lich 2, surviving a few swings, gonna go with Nuke and wait for the Black Mage and the White Mage, but swing comes out, Nuke comes out, doing good damage, poison, basically tickling from Lich. 5 hits, 440, unfortunately the Ninja also doing some tickling. Nuke coming out, does he choose to use the Fade Charge? No, because that is also on his life 1, gonna wait, not do anything with the White Mage, wants to save it for later. There's the swings with the Vorpal and the Katana, getting it done. That is the first fiend dead.
Yep. Look, some Agamas that you can't run away from.
Well, not a bad party to fight to take. 3 Agamas with 400 plus experience gain. It's totally doable. Doesn't take all that much to do. 1 Fade cast gets the job done. Both teams are in go mode with that Kraken kill for Kumo as Budgemano joins his teammate in Topher.
Yeah, and so, you know, Phoenix and Budgemano do have a little bit of a lead here, but kind of depends on how nasty Topher is at this point.
That is true. I mean, one of the key differentiating factors between Phoenix and Budgemano versus their opponents is their opponents have all 3 ribbons, because Phoenix and Budgemano did not chase down the Adamant into Crystal Chain. If there's some brutal elemental magic going on, you could see that coming in big for Fryteeth and Kumo. But we have the carry 2 fight going on while the Lich fight goes on for his teammate. Phoenix getting some cast using the Invis Helm, the Saber Bonk, and the Roost Stick to keep that Knight available and swinging hard. 5 hits for over 200, that Katana doing good work. That is an Invis 2 Helm, so it is full party evasion. Accidentally golds, that's not an Invis stack, but it is less time wasted on animations. I don't know if that was intended. Yep, accidental. Gonna use the lock instead of the Invis. 4 hits for 400. There's a nuke coming out from Carry. That's one of the nukes in the pool accounted for. Takes the Black Mage down, but the rest of the party standing relatively tall. That Ninja at 88 is not great, but it is not the one that needs to survive. The Knight and the White Mage. There you go. The Wizard gets it done. 224, or level 24, level 29 on 2 of those parties. Get a life 2 up. Can't use the life 2 in battle, but has 6 charges to use out of battle. That is carry 2 done onto the sea floor for Phoenix. Meanwhile, the carry fight coming in for Budgemano probably has that intel from his teammate that there's a nuke coming and that carry is not swinging all that hard. Gonna focus on swinging. Random blue stake encounter for Kumo. Definitely gonna take that fight, get some experience. Meanwhile, Rub not effective on Budgemono's party. Fade coming out, Swing coming out, getting good damage done. Nuke coming out, a lot of damage. This is probably a quad Xable encounter. Ice 2, not necessarily what he wanted to run. I'm assuming he wanted to quad X that, but that Swing for the Vorpal, 4 hits for almost 200, takes care of it. Meanwhile, Phoenix skips the Masa chest and goes straight for Kraken.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised at the skip, but we'll see.
I mean, it's out of the way, and they've got a Katana and a Vorpal. I don't blame them. That is a dead Black Mage, though, so no fast cast, no lock cast outside of items. Life coming in, trying to bring that the Black Mage back up. Ruse coming out to try and make that Knight evasive. Swing for the Katana, 2 hits for 160, and no, slot 3 is not safe. That is another 600 damage done into that Black Mage. It is down on its face again. Not gonna try lifing it back up, going for the swings. 400 damage thereabouts from that Katana swing. Lit 2 coming out to chip down the party. More Saber Bonk to toughen up that fighter. It improves the hit and improves the damage output. Invis 2 coming out from there. Nuclear tickling away, and there goes the White Wizard. That is huge. That is potentially devastating if life is not on that Knight. Swing away. Oof, only 151. Not nearly enough damage to get this job done. That is a very bad sign for this Kraken fight. Nuclear coming out, meanwhile, his teammate takes down the Black Mage, but does not kill the rest of the party. Phoenix on man mode is not looking to be in a good situation. His teammate, meanwhile, still has a party up.
Oh, and we got through it. And we have a cast of life. I think.
I don't know if he has life on the Knight. I don't know if the life 2 could be, or life in slot 2. Nope, no life available. This is man mode for Phoenix. Meanwhile, 2-man party for Budgemono. Budgemono keeping that Knight, or that White Mage alive with a Cure 4 cast when he had the chance. Gonna Cure 4 again on the Knight. Gets the swing off. 446 damage. Not a lot of damage, but that is a full life Knight and basically nuke safe party at the moment. If he can keep his White Wizard up, he can res the party up after this fight and have a better chance against Tia. Does choose to res up the Ninja. 4 hits for 400 plus. His teammate wiping before getting to Tia on Tia's floor, so that is a reset there. But the intel that they've gathered so far with these first 3 Fiend fights, and if they could properly navigate the fight with Budgemono, that is a lot of intel that their opponents do not have. That is there to kill Budgemono through with the full party available.
Kumo eating some sandwiches here.
That is some good experience, but at this point I'm fairly certain he should be good. He's got level 30 plus on his party members. Budgemono on his way in to fight Tia. Tia 2 coming out. Gonna hold lock shirt, gonna saber bonk, going too fast. Not gonna go for evasion just yet. Nope, there you go. Invis 2 from the White Wizard. Doesn't ruse stick, focusing on getting the damage done. Nuclear coming out and doing a whole lot of damage, but that is one more nuclear out of the pool. Hopefully that does not cycle over fast. Lock shirt coming out, saber coming out, gonna repeat the process, temper instead of fast. Does choose to cure 4 to keep the White Mage up. We've seen that there is no life on the Knights. That is huge value to have coming out of the fight. Swirl coming after nuclear. Go, gadget, Black Mage, be dead. Lock 2 comes out, and on to the encounters again. Lock 2, swing, cure 4, gonna go for the survival of the Knight. Crack doing nothing with those pro rings equipped. Lock landing, keep the evasion down on the dragon, and there goes the crit stick for 9 hits for over 900 damage. That is a lot of damage. This is a dragon not meant to survive this fight much longer. More lock coming out. Fire 3 basically tickling compared to the nuke and the swirl before. 10 hits, 871. Tia is probably down to about, probably down to around a third of its life down, because this Tia could roll up to over 3,000 with these flags. And there you go, 9,000 hits for over 10,000 again.
Must have been up there, yeah.
Or 1,040.
Meanwhile, Kumo is on the Lich fight and is getting Damage poison, just kind of there. 6 hits, 189. Probably get through this ledge pretty easily. 5 hits, 385. We ran into a pack of vampires.
Frighties, meanwhile, taking the fight, or taking the stop to get the Masa, finds a Masa +2, immediately swaps his Vorpal out for that on the Knight. So the Knight for Frighties using a much stronger sword with a little less crit chance, but still way more damage. Also immediately losing the White Mage in slot 3. That is devastating because it's been confirmed by Dark Twinger in chat. Life at level 1 slot 2 is not Knight learnable. So 0 res potential for Frighties party. Probably going to see him wipe out as Budge Mono, our first runner on stream, taking the Chaos fight.
Yeah, lots of scary things we've seen. So Chaos, you know, Cure 4 still in the pool.
Nuke coming out.
Nuke.
That's another nuke cast coming out. Got the lockout before the ninja went down, but the party survives the fight. Invis 2 comes out as well as Fast and Fast. There's Temper, there's Cure 4 focusing on the White Mage, and oh, devastating horror. That is a fasted Chaos. I'm going to assume Saber, I'm going to assume Temper, I'm going to assume Cure 4. Don't bother bringing up the Knight or the Ninja at this point. Wants to keep that Knight in full strong. I'm assuming, yeah, that's going to be Swing and then Cure 4 again. I'm assuming, nope, more Saber. More Temper, really wants to get this going full bore, and there goes the White Mage. No more Cure 4. This is the swing mode. You have to get it done, or you can take some time. Oh, has Cure 4 on the Knight, so it's going to try and bring that up to full on its own. It does. Does Chaos use... Nope, Chaos does not use Punch, it uses Tornado, does not do nearly enough damage. There we go, swing mode. Vorpal doing almost 1,000 damage. This is a hold A and pray. Ice 2 doing Tickle. There's another Vorpal swing, 1,400 damage. That's over 2,300 done. There's another 360, but that is level. That's 7 hit points and down.
Oh, man.
Punchy, fasted Chaos doing work against Budge Mono, but that is our first fight against Chaos, and that is more intel that Phoenix has to work with on his dive. Currently fighting Lich 2. Meanwhile, Frighties on the other side, now down a Black Mage to go with the White Mage. There is no life casting on that team. Crack coming out from Tiamat doing nothing. Roost Stick for evasion. There's the Masa Swing, 4 hits for 362. Not nearly enough damage to get through. That's Saber Bonk on the Katana wielding Ninja rather than on the Knight. Interesting choice. We'll see if that works. 3 hits for 200 something, 300 something. I don't think they'll get much further if Frighties gets through this fight. Cure 4 on the Ninja. 6 hits for 600. That Ninja doing a lot of damage with that Katana. Fire 3 not doing nearly enough to matter.
Yeah, the tougher scaling has been... Ooh, and we got through. So let's see if we can scrape by Chaos here. It's not super likely based on what we saw, but you never know.
Indeed, and Budge Mono evidently thinks I need survivability and goes straight to the desert and takes those sandwiches. That's a 5-step off hard reset, or 3-step off hard reset it looks like, so that is a very fast grind to take. 7,000 hit point or experience per party member for 2 sandwiches. Take it and go. Meanwhile, Phoenix onto Kraken's floor, finishing off Tia 2 or Carry 2 again, as Kumo with a full party. Oh no, Black Mage is down for his party. Nuclear coming out is on the Kraken 2 fight. If Kumo can get through with that White Mage or Wizard up, he will be in better position than his teammate is now. We have the Chaos fight.
Yep, and Chaos opens with Nuke, as we knew. That Roost Stick coming out. Yeah, it looks like we're just going to have the Knight cure, maybe have the Ninja swing, see what that does.
I like the Roost Stick use. That's something we did not see from Budge Mono, but Budge Mono also had more party members to work with to absorb those punches. Now that is a fasted chaos ready to punch through, and it also has tornado and nuclear, and it's going through those skills pretty fast. There's only 4 skill slots, so it will turn those over faster than it does its 8 magic slots.
Got a good swing there. This is not looking like a winning combination, but maybe. There's always hope.
That's
Chaos
a plus.
keeps missing.
That's a plus 20 hit knight with a Masa rolled up, missing swings. So that lock helm gonna be very valuable for whoever makes it to this fight next. I am not seeing hits though landing from Chaos. If Chaos keeps swinging, that is what is looking, because there's not going to be much healing. There's Cure Forecast, Nuke comes down, there's the Cure Forecast.
Tornado should be next in the list if I remember right. And we're getting some pretty good swings out of it every once in a while here. Ice 3, then maybe Tornado.
If this encounter sequencing continues, this could actually be a winnable fight for Platypi with the hold A and Prey strats. There are 3 more Cure 4s left, and each of these punches is not landing. That said, this Chaos could have over 4,000 hit points, so 200 hits every other, or damage every other hit is not necessarily going to get the work done.
And Chaos has stopped. Yeah, we appear to have stabilized somewhat here.
That was only 1 damage for that hit, so this is not a fight that Platypi is likely to win if these damage numbers keep rolling so low.
Yeah,
the difference
like every
maker
3 swings he does 500.
Yeah. The difference maker being though that Cure 4 that he has 1 more cast of, bringing him back up by 600. That 1 cast of Tornado though taking over 200 of it away. No Cure 4.
That was our last cast, so...
This is the final race to see who will win the fight, the Platypi or the Chaos.
It's a good swing by both of them, really. Cast fast. Is that enough? Oh, and we do defeat Chaos. Single G's in chat.
That is huge. Man mode victory there. First Fiend fight or Chaos fight down, and Kumo with all the intel right there behind him. This is potentially massive.
And we're healing up. We have our full party for this one, so
I don't like what Kumo just did. He just used all of his Cure Forecasts on his Knight, or on his White Mage up. The White Mage running the Invis Helm and then having some Cure Forecast would be much better for the battle in my opinion, but I'm not the one running, I'm just the one talking over the run.
Yep.
Kumo also doesn't have the Masa that his teammate had. He's running that. Oh no, he did get the Masa, so that is a Masa and a Ro stick ready, the Saber Bonk ready. Here we go. Nuke coming out from the Ninja. I'm very confused because it looked like I saw Harm 2 coming out of that fighter, but Knight. Nuke comes out 286. No. Invis 2 coming out to try and keep the party alive. Nuke coming out to try and nuke the party down. No one dies. That is massive. A heal 3 could bring this party up survivable, but I don't know if he has heal 3. Going with the Ro stick. Going with... Yep, he used up all of his Cure 4s. He has Cure 3, but he's going to use Heal 2 to get the party healed up a little. Only 1 heal pot. Gonna use it. There's the fast. That is a very punchy Chaos, as we saw. 113 damage out of that Katana. Doing some, but not nearly enough to get the fight finished. Does not have the Ro stick. Does not have the Saber Bonk on that Ninja, so it's just going to keep swinging. Gonna switch to the Saber Bonk and Invis Helm with the Nuke follow-up, not running or doing any tempers on that Knight. Did he already fast it? I believe he did. If he didn't, he really needs to, because that knight is his now pretty much guaranteed carry.
Yep, but the knight's got 603. We may be able to get through this. Especially with more targets, we don't really know where Chaos is going to go with all of his hits.
This is true. If you have all your targets available, the targeting can be spread out, but if you only have one target available, you lose that intel as to where he's really meant to target before it redirects to the one target available. But with that Invis 2 cast, I believe that Knight is evasion capped. The ninja stays alive through that, so that's 77 hit points and another target to go with. Heal 2 coming out from the white mage, trying to keep that party up to a level at which it can survive some of the chip damage casting that Chaos is rolling before it gets back through its encounter table. Or its skill table. Heal 2 coming out again, really wants to keep the party as healthy as he can with what he's got, not wasting time using Cure Forecast on the Knight when the Knight has other party members to keep it up. Going with the Saber cast, going with more Heal 2, wants to focus the damage as best possible. Nuking with the Ninja, getting 300 plus damage. That's a high roll nuke, substantially more than the Katana was doing before it. Gonna go with Swing though, going with Saber. Or no, roll back on the Saber, gonna go with the hit. Invis coming out. That evasion stacking on that Ninja doing some work. 2 hits for 200, 4 hits for for almost 600. This is looking really good for Kumo. Another 550, another 165. This chip damage is about 3 times the pace of damage that his teammate did to get the kill on Chaos, running that solo Knight through the battle. So this is going to make it a lot more doable. 160, and the white mage evades the hit. Bastard Chaos missing a white mage, and dead goes the Chaos. G for the G in chat for Phrytes and Kumo, our winners on stream, and tying up this match.
Yep, and so unfortunately we have lost Phoenix's stream here, but Budgemano is on Kraken 2 and sabering up, and ooh, Kraken gets 1,000 damage on that Black Mage. That was a big hit. Lock 2, Saber, try and life up that Black Mage, get some more temper out of him. Block 2 goes out. Kraken hits the Black Mage back down. We decide that the Black Mage can stay down for now. And we have some more Invis stacks. And we are joined in the booth, I believe, by Phrytes.
GG's.
GG's, Phrytes.
Thanks.
Whole day in play or whole day in clench?
Yeah, especially, did you see what I accidentally did before that fight?
Well, I believe you, or Kumo, I saw full Cure forward with the White Mage, and didn't they have any Cure 4s? What was yours?
Well, he ran out of heal potions, which is why I had to use the... I accidentally dropped the Saber Gauntlet when I was trying to transfer it over to the fighter.
Oh no.
Oh, wow, we totally missed that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But you did make it through the fight.
Somehow.
Yeah, I mean, Chaos just wanted to punch there after his full cycle of script.
Those Cure forecasts just on that night saved.
Yeah. And that's something I don't always remember to go do, is get the spells for the night.
That unfortunate level 1 slot 2 for the life must have felt really, really bad the moment you lost your White Mage in that fight against Tia. Or was that in Kraken? Either way, going down the White Mage,
it was earlier than that.
Life casts.
Yeah, it definitely didn't feel good. I mean, at least I was able to pass that information on to Kumo so that he could move the White Mage out of there, and his Chaos fight was a little smoother than mine was.
Yeah, knowing that a fasted chaos was still punch happy and avoided using all the big spells really fast definitely made it more doable. GG's Kumo, you definitely balanced it out. Also, thank you for picking up the Masa, and also, Kumo, thank you for carbonating bubbles.
You're welcome. Yeah, I ran out of heal pods like on the Kraken fight, so that's why where all my tier 4s. I wanted to save all the tier 4s on my
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. So I'm trying to think of like, so how else did you find the seed? I thought it was quite interesting. There were very different paths to take in it.
It was brutal. We didn't get any really any good magic until I want to say a good 15 minutes into the.
Yeah, I mean level one had Fade and Life, but Corneria was kind of buried. So yeah, it was kind of brutal magic wise.
I found a Brack stick
And made it work. We actually saw multiple, or you used the stick, and I believe Budgemano used the spell and got the same job done on Kraken.
Yeah, nice little end game grind though with those sandworms.
Yeah, that early encounter table, like 3 steps, 2 steps, 3 steps into some sandworms. We saw Budgemano and Phoenix both go back to take that to get some levels, I believe.
Yeah, we had some good eating on some sandwiches.
It was nice because the set RNG, you knew that, you know, you cast that nuke and they were both just going to die.
So,
All right.
how did you handle all the note-taking? I mean, who had the ribbons? Where were the ribbons? Found the katana? Found the other katana potentially?
Well, we would pass information back and forth. Well, what information or what equipment was where, because equipment was important in this like that, especially with ribbons. A rolled katana or a vorpal. So whenever we run across an item, we called it out.
The value of team play. You were saying, Softon?
Oh, I was just the Budgemano's in the Chaos fight now, while we sort of discuss about no time, no practice, no problem. So, with this win, you have forced a game 3 in the series. Do you have any learnings, anything that you're going to do differently, anything that you're maybe mitigating against the Platypi?
Levels are important.
Yeah. That is definitely for sure.
Yeah, because it sounds like they did a first dive before we were in there at all.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they were about an orb ahead of you most of the prelude to Topher, so.
Yeah, and I needed every one of those levels that I had.
Yes, every single one of them you needed. And that is GG's to Team Punishing Platypi with a time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 9 seconds. We will see if they would like to come in and share a few thoughts with us before we move on to...
Yeah, GG's, Fried Teeth Kumo. Good race.
GG.
GG's.
That is Budgemano. He was, I'll admit, ghosting in the chat waiting for that one.
Yep.
So
No,
how
that was
did
a
you
good one.
find that fight? We saw you have the Vorpal doing massive damage.
Yeah, after enough bonks, it got there. I felt like I could have gone through in that first dive. I just got unlucky with the punches. It was just walloping my knight for so much damage. But yeah, We did an early dive. I think we were in tow for a sub-hour, and both sort of tried it for a while, and then Kraken, Tia, and Chaos were all just kind of rough fights. So yeah, we did the sandworm grind too.
Yeah, that's been sort of a theme, I think, is that the Topher kind of lead has been pretty rough on these seeds, so...
There's just so much HP on the fiends that it's just damage sponges, yeah. And then finding that Bahamut super deep in the Unark dungeon and not having the tail yet just felt so bad. But
And how about having to walk all the way out to Ordeals to get the tail, which meant that you then had to walk back to Ordeals a second time to buy fast.
yeah, no, that was unfortunate too. We kind of split it up. I almost went there to get the tail because we had narrowed it down. We're like, I think the tail's probably there, but Phoenix hadn't been there to buy his spells yet. So we're like, all right, you go, you buy your spells, get the tail, and then we both do it once, and we can kind of spread the pain. But yeah, it's a long walk, but you have to do it. There's no way you can't beat this over without promoting. It's just not gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah, not with the weapon loadout you guys
No,
had. So
we need to.
That gear was promotion. Please, please, please promote.
Yeah.
Yep. And so I think I am going to move us to final thoughts so we can go and watch the other game in progress. So I think we will start with Budge Mono. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, it's been fun. Co-op's always a lot of fun. You know, Kumo and Fright Teeth, definitely tough competition. So looking forward to game 3. Maybe sometime tomorrow. We got to schedule that. But yeah, GG guys.
Yeah, looking forward to game 3 for sure. Kumo, any final thoughts for us?
Thank you all for taking time out of your day to run this. You know, without you guys, we wouldn't be here. And thank you for all who watched and enjoyed the show.
Absolutely, we love our audience and we love the people behind the scenes who make this possible for us. Fright Teeth, any final thoughts?
And echo all the same. Thanks to everyone for restreams and comms, and happy to push it to a game 3. It's going to be hard. They're a terrific team, but yeah, we'll give it our best shot.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great race. It was great to watch, and so I look forward to watching her possibly commentating game 3. We will see. Fabian Hot, my co-commentator, is there anything you'd like to say?
GG's to the runners. Thank you very much, Softum, for hopping on comms with me. Dark Moon for our restring, and Catnip Bumble Farts handling our tracking. We are waiting over to break for the other ongoing races. I have to say, thank you all for watching.
Good night.